Hey, what is going on, guys? And boy, do I have some awesome news to share with you guys. So basically, it has been such a good day. I'm super happy. I posted a video of me doing a backflip at the beach, and I like slow-moed it just before as I'm midair. I did like a superhero landing, kind of like Ricochet does. Well, pretty much it was basically inspired by Ricochet's handspring backflip into the Superman Spider-Man type landing. The superhero landing is basically what everyone calls it. And so anyway, so I posted that video on Instagram and I tagged Ricochet and I put inspired by one of my favorite wrestlers at the moment, at King Ricochet. And I had like the king crown with like this emoji, because you know how he does in his entrance. I do that every time he comes out. I do the entrance with him. But yeah, so Ricochet is definitely one of my favorite wrestlers at the moment, apart from my favorite of all time, Seth Rollins, as most of you know. But yeah, so I posted that yesterday, and earlier this morning I got a notification on my phone, and it said King Ricochet liked your video. And then below that it said King Ricochet commented on your video. At first, my heart dropped. Like, as a fan of Ricochet, my heart dropped. But then I was like, wait a minute, it's probably a fake account with like the same name. You know how people do that? Like they have, so King Ricochet, and then it would be like underscore or something, very similar. And I clicked on it, clicked on the profile, and it had the verification tick, and I was, obviously following him. So I was like, my heart just dropped, and like, my face just lit up. One of my favorite high flyers commented and liked my Instagram video, so I'm super happy. He put awesome with an exclamation mark, so I'll actually show you right now. I can't believe it. The WWE United States Champion commented on my video. There it is right there. I don't know if you can see that. It's really bright actually. I'll turn it down. There it is. King Ricochet puts awesome. And I commented, "Oh my god, thank you so much. You are such an inspiration to me, and you've just made my day." And so that isn't all. That isn't all. I've got lots more to tell you. So above that, I don't know if you saw, at All Elite Wrestling, check out this Wonga's talent. So I'm from Wanganui, New Zealand, and we call Wanganui Wongas. And I clicked on this guy's profile, and he was actually from Wanganui originally. And he works for AEW. He works for All Elite Wrestling. So a huge shout out to Dion, and that's Dion Ciccone, at Dion Ciccone on Instagram. And so at first I actually didn't know who Dion was, and I can't believe I didn't know about him earlier, that a Wanganui guy from New Zealand is working for AEW. So he said, "Love that IPW shirt, boss." So I put, "Thank you, man," and then I followed him. And then a short while after that, he put another comment, and he put, "At All Elite Wrestling, check out this Wonga's talent." And about 2 or 3 minutes after that, I checked who had liked his comment, and if you look right at the top there, do you see that? Do you see that right at the top there? All Elite Wrestling, the official Instagram account, blue verification check and everything, 671,000 followers liked his comment on my video. What the heck? And just to have a guy who works for AEW comment on it as well is just awesome. I don't even know how this all happened. I mean, I had Ricochet comment on it. I had All Elite Wrestling like a comment on, the guy that works for AEW comments on it. The fact that AEW has seen my video of me doing a backflip, I'll actually show you here. So that was me doing a backflip into the superhero landing at the beach. And also I've got to two more. Yeah, I got 2 more things to tell you. So, if you're quite a big fan of AEW, and if you're just quite a big wrestling fan, there's a YouTuber on. There's a YouTuber on YouTube. I was gonna say there's a YouTuber on YouTube, but But anyway, so there's a YouTuber by the name of Chris Vliet, and he's a interviewer, and he interviews all these wrestlers after their matches, and he interviews them at hotels and all that, and it's really cool. Big fan of all his interviews. I'm always checking out his interviews. He's interviewed people like Batista, and then he's interviewed loads of superstars from AEW, and I'm pretty sure he's having an interview with the Young Bucks soon, so I can't wait to check that one out. But yeah, so I think I commented something like, I love your interviews, or something like that, and he put, "Thanks, man." So that was really cool that he replied. And also, if you guys remember JTG from WWE, from Crime Time, he also liked 2 of my comments on his post, so that was really cool. I just can't believe in one day I've had Ricochet, All Elite Wrestling, a guy who works for All Elite Wrestling, JTG, and Chris Vliet all liking my stuff. It's mental. It's just a really cool thing, to have your inspirations, to have people you watch all the time, you know, liking and commenting on your stuff. And just noticing it in general, like, I can't believe All Elite Wrestling has actually seen my video. Like, that's somewhere that I would love to end up one day, and like, oh my gosh, I'm just in shock, really. You should have seen my face when I saw All Elite Wrestling had liked the comment. I was like, I've had quite a number of WWE superstars message me and reply and all that sort of stuff like in the past. They've had guys the likes of Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali, Lindsay Dorado. Who else has there been? I used to, back when the Cruiserweight Classic was on, I think that was 2016? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was 2016. TJP as well. TJ Perkins and Mustafa Ali were my two favourites. I wanted them to win. Cedric Alexander also. And I was like tweeting a bunch of the Cruiserweights because I just loved it, and they weren't as popular back then. You know, Mustafa Ali wasn't on SmackDown, and well, none of them were actually on that's back when there was no 205 Live, actually. And I heard they might be getting rid of it now, which sucks. Matt Riddle recently, replying to a message on Instagram. Montez Ford also, I've had a chat with him on Instagram, and he's real cool. And that was awesome seeing him on Raw the other day. But yeah, it's just a super cool feeling, and it's just like absolutely mind-blowing to know that your inspirations are actually noticing you and interacting with you. If I ever get like somewhere in wrestling, if I get to WWE, AEW, if I make it in the big leagues, and I had a fan or I had someone that commented on something or tagged me in something, and I could tell that they were a huge fan and they found me as an inspiration, I would try to comment on as much stuff as I could and like their videos and stuff like that. Like, I would try my absolute best just because I know how that feels and how it makes, like, how it would make them feel. That's why on YouTube I always try to reply to all of your guys' comments. I try to love react to all of them, and unless they're mean, but so make sure you leave a comment, and I'll probably highly likely reply to it. I'll keep you updated with my wrestling stuff. I'm going to make a week 2 update video next week and let you know how everything's going. I've got some also really exciting news that I want to share with you when I make that video. I would have done it now, but I want to save that for the week 2 video. You can probably guess what it is. I would also just love to give a huge shout out to Ricochet, Dion, All Elite Wrestling, Chris Van Vliet, JTG, and all of the past wrestlers that have interacted with me or replied to my messages or comments or anything like that. I don't know if they have like any idea how much I really appreciate it, because just coming from a fan, like, and seeing your favorite wrestlers and inspirations replying to you and liking your stuff, it's a really cool feeling, and I think it's really cool. So I respect the heck out of all of those wrestlers. Thank you heaps and heaps. So a huge shout out to all of you. Go give them all a follow on Instagram and all their social medias. You can also follow me on Instagram at Jamie_O'Hagan. Instagram is one of my favorite apps, and Instagram is one that I use a lot, like apart from YouTube. And All Elite Wrestling, AEW, if you are watching this, then I love you. And I would love to work for you one day. AEW, thank you so much for liking the comment and just watching the video. I really appreciate it, coming from a huge fan of AEW. And I think it's really awesome what you guys are doing. It's something that wrestling needed, that pro wrestling needed for a very long time. Hopefully one day I'd get to wrestle for AEW. That would be a dream come true. From a small town kid like me from Wanganui, New Zealand. And I was saying to Dion, we had a really good talk. He's such an awesome guy. Go give him a follow, by the way. Huge shout out to you, Dion. I was having a really good chat with him, and he was saying that he came from the same place as I did, Wanganui. And to make it over there working for AEW and working with like WWE guys as well, like, it's awesome, and it's so inspiring to see. So shout out to you, Dion. You are the man. Like, I can't believe I didn't find you sooner. I'm so sorry that I never knew about you. Like, I never even knew that there was someone from Wanganui that was over there doing stuff like that, working for AEW and WWE and all that sort of thing. So that's all I have to say. And yeah, I will see you guys later.